It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And it comes your way next.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville.
Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin joined by Tennessee Sports Hall of Famer Charles Davis. And CD, these Titans stumbled a bit last year. They were coming off 6 straight winning seasons, a #1 seed in 2021, but they fell to 7-10 a year ago.
A major surprise because it certainly looked like they had the division locked up around midseason. The big key for them, more consistency at the quarterback position, keeping their guy healthy and being able to run the football as impressively as they've done in the past.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are changing rapidly in the Space City. They've got the new coach in DeMeco Ryans coming over from the Niners. They made 2 big splashes on draft night, but fixing the defense seems a priority.
And remember the 2022 draft? They took a lot of guys on that side of the ball. So maybe we just need a little bit more seasoning with some of the talent that they've accumulated.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down at 7.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Throwing now is Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 8. Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the...
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Andrew Beck taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
1st and 10, it's Levis.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Jonathan Grenard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Levis to throw it. Gets this to the former Texan, DeAndre Hopkins.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game. So often,
well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
That's complete. It's Collins.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake, Levis. This one downfield to Burks.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Now Levis.
His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Levis now off of play action. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They go again with Pierce. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
In motion right, that's Collins. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
And Stroud now to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Levis to throw off play action. And brought in downfield by Burks. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, 68 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Nick Folk for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on, and remember, that coach, former defender in this league. He loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
Tennessee's offense back to work again. We'll see Traylon Burks. He's up near 100 yards now here in the 2nd quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Now Folk for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
King going to look to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. They juked him, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Give to Pierce. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
3rd and 1, Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
93 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Now Stroud.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Stroud looking to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud.
And he's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
What's the deal, y'all? Do your thing, baby. Let's go get it now. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
2nd and a couple. Levis looking to throw. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Levis to throw it. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Levis to throw once more.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. It's Levis.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
This is where you step up. Get him good, baby.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Levis. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Levis back to throw.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Levis on third down. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashad Weaver drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Levis. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Levis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And Stroud now to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Stroud on 3rd down now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans now just about ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Levis out of the shotgun now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
On 1st down, Levis.
And his throw is incomplete.
Looking for Traylon Burks that time.
And now it's 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets it down to the 32.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
This now a 3rd and 4. Levis.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Titans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Not just a cover guy, Roger McCreary getting back behind the line of scrimmage on that play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Stroud.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. Guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Levis from the gun. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This will get the lead up to 7.
Folk's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Desmond King now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 3rd and 6. Levis to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, it's King.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, 65 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Levis to throw off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Houston set to take over. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it here with Pierce.
That's a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Stroud looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin with Henry. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, it's Henry. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Levis looking to throw. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The end result, 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Levis back to throw.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Desmond King on the return.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
123 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud out of the gun here.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 4. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not an easy for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Levis. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Levis. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Here's King. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. As Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
4th down, 4th quarter, here's Stroud. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Stroud. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Stroud. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And they work this well upfield across the 45.
of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Levis.
His throw incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Levis, he'll look to throw it. Gets this to Moore.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
It's showtime, baby.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Levis to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Singletary to get the drive started. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8. And defensively, they'll say you can have that.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Pierce.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Stroud.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway.
To return it now, here's King.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He continues to be dominant running the football. I mean, keep feeding him, right?
Yeah, you should, because what he's put up already is really like a 2-game total. Give him a lot of credit, but give the rest of the offense credit as well. The big guys up front and the receivers on the perimeter, everyone's getting involved blocking people downfield.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. First throw of overtime. Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Azeez Al-Shaair, former 49er, in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. Stroud.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
First throw of overtime for Will Levis.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Will Anderson
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And now we'll see what Levis can do in overtime.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. Play action. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Meanwhile, Levis' throw is on target to Burks.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's do it. It's game time. It's one play at a time, baby.
So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.